All right, thank you, TJ. Once again, congratulations to all of our brand new state champions. We had an incredible tournament, great weekend at the Breslin Center, and it played out wonderfully. I'm joined now by BCAM's own Executive Director, Dan Young. Dan, first off, welcome. It was great to be partners again, to do this thing again. We got to celebrate coaches and BCAM all season long.
It was great. The best thing for BCAM and our membership is to get our membership out in front of people, the public, your show. Yeah. And it's from all parts of the state. Regional directors, we leaned on a lot, as well as our board. And it was great, and we'll continue.
Yeah, it was wonderful, and we got a chance to, really give equal time to the girls' coaches and everything that they do, and so it was really terrific having our two hang time shows, both on State Champs and our brand new State Champs W franchise and all of that.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so welcome back. First off, one of the big reasons we wanted to get together again was to promote one team. One team is something that, is very close to your heart. You guys really were passionate about it. And really was just something that, can reinforce the spirit of unity between teams.
Yeah, our board meets 3 times a year. And in our July summer board meeting, it came through that we wanted to promote what the sport is all about and the positives. And so we came up with one team and unity, BCAM unity we call it.
Yeah.
And we're just going to continue, not just this year, but going forward with, we're going to compete and try to beat each other's brains out, but then we're also going to respect one another. And you found examples of schools that had situations and were huddling up either before or after. And also what we're going through with the pandemic and the stresses that our families are on. And we wanted to promote what is good about our sport. And we will continue to do that. And going forward with one team, meaning that we're supporting one another because we're all here for what? The kids.
Yeah.
To develop and help the kids grow.
Absolutely, and so many of them play together in other levels,
Sure.
Again, they are friends in a lot of cases. And, on the court, when you're playing for your school, you're representing, and you're going to go at each other as hard as you can. But there are things they can do, and we noticed there were times where they had meals together or things of that nature that again, is just for the greater good.
And maybe next year, we're thinking maybe we have an event where we have multiple games, and we really try to facilitate with the coaches and help the coaches have a good example for our student athletes.
Just know that we're always working behind the scenes about what's next, future things that we can do that are just great for the game of basketball here in the state of Michigan. So we'll let you know when anything develops on some of those fronts. But there is news, and I teased it at the top of the show. I said, I'm not sure because we filmed at the Breslin Center, where at the time, as of that Saturday of the state finals, we did not know if this news was going to be official yet. It is official, and why don't we talk about that right now? What's the big news and the big win for everyone as far as the state of basketball here in the state of Michigan?
So it's been on BCAM's board minutes agenda since 2014. And our stance has been, and we did a major survey with 2,100 coaches responding this summer on a multitude of different topics, but 22 games is a go for next year at all levels. We just wanted to be on par with all the states around us and wanted to be competitive. And we're very competitive in our state, and we were the lowest in all of the area, kind of the Big Ten country, the region, that part of the region. We were the lowest for the regular season, so we're really excited. It's been a lot of hard work, and we want to thank the MHSAA for listening to us coaches, and we're excited. 22 games next season.
It's going to be fantastic. It really is. It's going to be fantastic. And the coaches are now going to have an opportunity, because some are really pinned down to how many games they have to play within their conference and things of that nature.
Gives you some flexibility.
Gives them some flexibility.
Forward.
Exactly. Maybe get a chance to have some matchups against teams that they would normally never play.
It's a win. It's a win for our kids. It's been it's been a long time coming, and we're really excited about this announcement that's just happening right now.
Exactly. It's just going to be more basketball, an opportunity for kids to get better and coaches to make kids better. One of the things, we did a straw poll all season long during our interviews with the coaches and our BCAM sponsored segments on Hang Time, both shows. But we were definitely on the boys' side of things. We were focusing on what was the attitude about a shot clock. Now, from our perspective, the majority of the coaches, vast majority we talked to, said they would love to see a shot clock. Now, one of your survey items was to have it in trial form. And that has taken place.
So in our survey, 71.3% of coaches favored having a shot clock. When you look at the MHSAA's survey to the athletic directors, 27% are in favor. So it's
some more work
going to be some more work to do. So what we asked the MHSAA is, could we do some trials, which we did this past season, non-conference games. We had 5 events. We had 2 girls events and 3 guys events. And we're looking to do the same next year. And so we can gather some data. And what we found out was at the college and NBA level, it's more complicated in offensive rebounding and going back to a certain number. The rules we were given from the National Federation, the MHSAA, they're pretty basic. And so from an athletic director's standpoint, when you're going to bring somebody to the table to run that, everything goes to resets to 35 seconds except for a kickball under 15 seconds. That's it. It's that simple. So in going through those surveys, we learned that this is not that complicated. If you can hit a reset button and work with the officials, it's not as complicated as you would think. Then it's about getting the equipment in all the schools. And we're going to continue to work on trials and see where it goes. I mean, when you have, in our position with BCAM, my position at BCAM, we do surveys, our coaches answer questions, and then based on the majority with 22 games, with shot clock, with seeding the entire district, with travel, if we take it back to the MHSAA, and that's our job to do that, and we will continue to promote what our coaches want.
Yeah, and the great news is the MHSAA has been more open.
No question.
Have been great
for sure
partners in trying to move these things along.
Great communication, back and forth, transparent the entire time, and that's Mark Ewell and Will McCoy and for sure, excited for the future.
That's right. We are making progress, and so anyway, 22 games. That's the big news, and we're super excited. How it can always grow. One of the reasons we do this is we want to further bring more coaches into the BCAM family. How is the health of membership these days?
So we are the number 1 association as far as numbers for the 10th consecutive year. And that's a credit to Amy Heidenberg in our office. She hustles and bustles. And then our regional directors and board of directors and our executive board push it hard, because we want the more coaches we have involved, not only head coaches, but your JV, your freshmen, your 7th and 8th grade coaches. And we include college coaches, which has been big with June recruiting, to have college coaches on our board to help us with recruiting in the Division I, Division II level in the summertime, at all levels really. But 5,570 members through a pandemic is phenomenal, and it's going to continue to grow. We'll get to 6,000, I'm sure, but 10 years running, and we're keeping track. And we're going to continue to roll, and it's because we're putting out a good product, and we're working hard for our membership, and we're always trying to improve and get better. And so that's it's a credit to our entire staff.
All right, I feel like we've been updated, and that is awesome. As we kind of wrap up here, basketball season does not end at the Breslin Center. Of course, a lot of AAU will be cranked up here, and a lot of other events, BCAM-related events that will take place over the summer. What's up?
So we've got our Michigan Reaching Higher girls event will be July 13th. That's an individual event. Top 100 girls will be invited to that event. Next year, 23. The word is, not for sure, the word is that girls could be coming to June as well. Stay tuned. The guys has been pushed to June, and they have 2 weekends in the Division I recruiting window. One weekend will be our Reaching Higher event at Grand Valley State, June 18th and 19th. That committee is meeting this week to pick their players. Girls are going to be meeting in mid-April to pick their players. And then first time we're going to join the state of Ohio for the last weekend of the Division I recruiting period, and it's called Midwest Live. It's going to be at Cedar Point, and 50 Michigan schools will be invited from our committee, and then Ohio will bring them in. And that's more of a regional event that the National High School Basketball Coaches Association has been pushing to the National Fed and the NCAA that we have in-state events and we also have regional events. So the coaches, it doesn't get too spread out and the coaches can see the best players. So we're really excited. We're already on that. I mean, when the state finals ended, we were already discussing with our chair people on getting that going. So exciting. It's going to be great. Our kids are going to get a chance to have opportunities to play at the next level, and we're going to give them every opportunity to do so.
I love that. The transfer portal has kind of changed everything.
It has.
We've seen more unsigned seniors, top seniors,
right,
than we kind of ever have. So we just kind of need to switch the pendulum back to where we've got more events, where more eyeballs can see this good playing. And I love, working with other states to maximize those opportunities.
No question. Yeah, it's going to be really good. And with the transfer portal, I think that stuff will settle down over time. People are still going to be transferring. But the high school, through the pandemic and the extra year with the COVID, and then on top of the transfer, it's been difficult for the high school player. But hang in there. Yeah. If a school likes you, don't wait around. And if you like them, don't wait around because you could have a good marriage and you don't even know it.
There you go.